Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and we also have platforms on Spotify now with one playlist for contemporary music, Christian music, and another with Gregorian chants. So I hope you enjoy those. Please let me know. Also, I'm going to try to read a little. I put this a little closer, so I'm hopefully louder for some of you that are having a problem hearing me. And I'm going to try to slow down a little bit because I don't realize I'm reading quickly, but I do talk fast, so I know that. I'm just going to try to slow it down, so please let me know how it sounds today because I do appreciate the feedback. If I don't know, I can't fix it, and I want to make sure everybody can hear, what I'm reading. So please let me know. We are on the readings from the Diary of St Faustina. We are on book 5, number 535, number 1492. Before Holy Communion, Jesus gave me to understand that I should pay absolutely no attention to what a certain sister would say, because her cunning and malice were displeasing to him. My daughter, do not speak to this person about either your views or your opinions. I begged the Lord's pardon for what in that soul was displeasing to him, and I begged him to strengthen me with his grace when she would come to talk with me again. She asked me about many things, to which I gave answer, with all my sisterly love and evidence, and as evidence that I have spoken to her from the bottom of my heart. I have told her some things that came from my own experience, but her intentions were something quite different from the words on her lips. O my Jesus, from the moment I gave myself completely to you, I have given no thought whatsoever for myself. You may do with me whatever you like. There is only one thing I can think about. That is, what do you prefer? What can I do, O Lord, to please you? I listen and watch for each opportunity. It matters not if I am outwardly judged otherwise in this matter. January 15th, 1938. Today, when the sister about whom the Lord warned me came to see me, I aimed myself spiritually for battle. Although it cost me much, I did not depart one bit from what the Lord had commanded. But when an hour had gone by, and the sister made no move to go, I interiorly called upon Jesus to help. Then I heard a voice in my soul saying, Do not fear, I am watching you this very moment, and am helping you. In a moment, I will send you 2 sisters who are coming to visit you, and then you will find it easy to continue with conversation. And at that moment 2 sisters entered, and the conversation was much easier, even though it lasted for still another half hour. Oh, how good it is to call on Jesus for help during a conversation. Oh, how good it is during a moment of peace to beg for actual graces. I fear most of all the sort of confidential conversation. There is need of much divine light at times like this, in order to speak with profit, both for other persons' souls and for one another's as well. God, however, comes to our aid, but we have to ask him for it. Let no one trust too much in his own self. January 17th, 1938. Today, since early in the morning, my soul has been in darkness. I cannot ascend to Jesus, and I feel as though I've been forsaken by him. I will not turn to creatures for light, because I know that they will not enlighten me if Jesus will keep me in the darkness. I submit myself to his holy will and suffer. Still, the struggle is becoming more and more desperate. During Vespers, I wanted to unite myself with the sisters through prayer. When I went into my thoughts to the chapel, my spirit was plunged into an even greater darkness. Total discouragement came over me. Then I heard Satan's voice. See how contradictory everything is that Jesus gives to you? He tells you to found a convent, and then he gives you sickness. He tells you to set up about establishing this feast of mercy, while the whole world does not at all want such a feast. Why do you pray for the feast? It is so inopportune. My soul remained silent, and by an act of will continued to pray without even into conversation with the spirit of darkness. Nevertheless, such an extraordinary disgust with life came over me that I had to make a great act of the will to consent to go on living. And again I heard the tempter's voice, "Ask for the death for yourself tomorrow after Holy Communion. God will hear you, for he has heard you so many times before, and he has given you that which you asked of him." I remained silent, and by the act of will I began to pray, or rather submitted myself to God, asking him interiorly not to abandon me at this moment. It was already 11 o'clock at night, and there was silence all around. The sisters were all asleep in their cells, and my soul alone was struggling with great exertion. The tempter went on, "Why should you bother about other souls? You ought to be praying for yourself. As for sinners, they will be converted without your prayers. I see that you are suffering very much at this moment. I'm going to give you a piece of advice on which your happiness will depend. Never speak about God's mercy, and in particular, do not encourage sinners to trust in God's mercy, because they deserve a just punishment. Another very important thing, do not tell your confessors, and especially this extraordinary confessor and the priest in Volinius, about what goes on in your soul. I know them. I know who they are, and so I want to put you on guard against them. You see, to live as a good man, it is sufficient to live like all the others. Why expose yourself in so many difficulties?" I remained silent, and by an act of will, I dwelt in God, although a moan escaped from my heart. Finally the tempter went away, and I exhausted, fell asleep immediately. In the morning, right after receiving Holy Communion, I went immediately to my cell, and falling on my knees, I renewed my act of submission in all things to the will of God. "Jesus, I ask you, give me the strength for battle. Let it be done to me according to your most holy will. My soul is enamored of your most holy will." At that moment I saw Jesus, who said, "I am pleased with what you are doing, and you can continue to be at peace if you always do the best you can in respect to this work of mercy. Be absolutely as frank as possible with your confessor." Satan gained nothing by tempting you, because he did not enter into your conversation with him. You did not enter into conversation with him. Continue to act this way. You gave me great glory today by fighting so faithfully. Let it be confirmed and engraved on your heart that I am always with you, even if you don't feel my presence at the time of battle. I'm going to leave that there. That was a really good chapter there, and shows the strength of her faith. But we will be back tomorrow with more. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.